Hey, how's it going? My name's Josh from ptstartupsecrets.com, and in today's video I want to discuss and share the best way on how you can go from doing hours to being a rent PT, to paying rent. So if you work in a low-cost gym, for example Pure Gym, the Gym Group, or a similar gym to those that have a similar model, chances are you're either a fitness coach slash personal trainer who is doing 15 hours a week of free work, which involves cleaning the gym equipment, checking toilets, wiping down in the toilets, doing classes, answering the door, having the buzzer on you, and being told what to do by your managers. Or you're a self-employed rent-paying personal trainer where you're paying rent every month and you're your own man, you're fully independent, you can do whatever you like, but you have to pay that rent every month. Now, I've been on both sides of these. I started as a fitness coach and I was a coach for about 4 months, and I got sick and tired of wiping down treadmills, wiping in the toilets, being bossed around by the managers. I wasn't being treated very well. And I had enough. I was sick of it. And within 4 months, I was out. I made the jump. And remember, Pure Gym, or if you're in a similar gym model, you're not gonna have to pay rent straight away. So you're gonna have a period, a grace period to pick up. And you need to have that focus and you need to be on it. But until then, until you have made that jump, here are a series of steps you can take to go from an hours PT to a rent paying PT. So, first thing is I want you to be bold and have one job. Yeah? I know it might be a lot to ask, you might have a lot of bills, you might have a lot of monthly outgoings, but you just need to break down how much of that, what is that number every month? Do you have any savings? How many clients do you need to cover that number and make what you want? And you don't have to do this right away, but you want to get to this as soon as possible. Even if you are still doing hours, you want to get to that one job as soon as possible, because as long for the time that you're doing another job, maybe you're a carpenter or you're a plumber or you work as a nurse, or even if you work in an office, for example, or if you're doing something else whilst you're trying to be a PT, it's going to be very hard to pick up, because the hours that you need to be picking up, you're either going to be stuck doing your shift or not in the gym anyway. So essentially you're just spinning your wheels and you're not getting anywhere. You essentially would be better off taking some credit, in my opinion. I would suggest taking some credit, give yourself a month of grace period, give yourself an overdraft, and just give yourself a bit of a cushion to go for it, because you're either in or you're out. So all in or all out. There's no point dabbling, going in between, because you're going to end up getting nowhere. Next, you must be willing to do other people's work. So just because you've done your 15 hours doesn't mean you're never going to do a class until it's your time to do your shift again. Do other people's work, because classes are a great opportunity to get in front of 30 members at a time. And the chances are, if you've got the same shifts week after week, you're seeing the same people week after week. And there's a whole group of people that you've never met before, because they aren't on your shift time. So basically, you just want to be in the gym when you don't need to be in the gym. And when you have multiple jobs, this is going to be really hard to do. So this is going to be essential. And essentially, you're just going to have to take that leap of faith. You're just going to have to build the plane whilst you're falling. Jump off the cliff, and whilst you're falling, just make it happen. Or sink or swim, just dive in the deep end and just make it happen. Because once you have that external pressure of you have to make it work, chances are you will make it work. You just take those risks. That's what entrepreneurship, being a business owner, is all about. It's risks. And what's the worst case that can happen? Just think of the worst, absolute worst case scenario. And are you willing to take that risk? So that's just something to think about. And setting a huge goal will make this process a whole lot easier. So if your goal is just to do 10 hours a week and you only want to make, let's say, £1,000 a month or £1,500 a month, or you just want to make enough to cover your bills, that's not going to give you the motivation and drive to really make these big steps right here. If however, currently with your PT job and your regular job, you're bringing in £1,500 a month and your goal is to be a trainer making £5,000 a month, all of a sudden, these steps seem a lot easier to do. Like, why would you take all of those risks to make the same money just somewhere else? It doesn't make sense to jump in the unknown, which doesn't have much of a payoff apart from you're doing what you love for a living, which is obviously a huge incentive. But if you can do what you love for a living and make triple, 3, 4 times, 5 times the money, then it's going to be much more of a carrot to get you out of your situation and to take the right steps. So set a huge goal. Just don't aim to replace your bills. Triple that, quadruple that, quintuple that. I think that's the way you say it. 5 times, 6x. So that's just my 2 cents for today. I've been through this journey of a fitness coach to PT. One of the best decisions I made. I remember speaking to other trainers in the gym. I remember speaking to one of the PTs who's been a PT for over 10 years, and I asked him, what did he think or how did he do it? And he just said, you have to just take the jump. And probably some of the best, a conversation was about 60 seconds, but probably one of the best pieces of advice I got. Just make it happen, just do it. And there's nothing much more to it. Don't think about it, just make it happen. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. If you found it useful, give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment as well. I read all the comments and I respond as well. Subscribe. And if you need help, if you want more help in implementing this strategy to get you from doing hours to being a rent PT, visit my website, ptstartupsecrets.com. I'd love to help you. All right, catch you on the next one.